Hey guys, what's going on? This is Chaitanya Monga, the Mortgage MC, back at it, coming to you live from our City Center lounge. Now, many of you have asked me about how a real estate transaction works. I understand that this can often get very confusing since there are so many moving parts and so many people involved. So let's get to it. Our topic today is simply real estate transactions. There are often 5 key people involved in a real estate transaction. These include the realtor, the mortgage broker, which is me, the legal advice, which is a notary and lawyer, an appraiser, and a home inspector, unless of course it's a new development. The 3 main people in a real estate transaction are often the realtor, the mortgage broker, and the legal advice. These 3 work together in order to make sure that your transaction is as seamless as possible. Often what most people do is get a hold of their realtor first thing, and this is completely wrong. The good realtors know that you need to speak to a mortgage professional and get pre-qualified before talking to a realtor about the type of property you're looking for. It's crucial that you speak to a mortgage professional to get your pre-qualification. Through this, they can tell you how large of a mortgage you can qualify for and tell you the costs associated with owning a property. Once a realtor has gotten confirmation about your pre-qualified amount, they can start looking for the properties available on the market that match your criteria. Now you can shop confidently and attract the best deal possible. The last thing you want is to fall in love with a home and realize that you can't qualify or afford it. It's heartbreaking and you should do all you can to avoid this. Hey guys, how was home shopping? Good? That's great to hear. Glad to hear that you were confidently able to shop for your new home knowing that you are pre-qualified. Once a realtor has found the right place for you and you're absolutely in love with it, you decide to make an offer, and since the listed prices are often negotiable, you can negotiate for the price. Then the buyer and seller go back and forth counterfeiting each other's offers until they both come to an agreement. At this stage, you sign the contract and you often attach subject to financing and subject to inspection. Then the realtor sends the mortgage professional the contract, and then we congratulate you on an accepted offer. And then we review your entire file and make sure that it's up to the bank standards. We prepare any documents that the bank may ask for and do the prior due diligence necessary to get you approved. Now it's time to scan through all the banks and credit unions to find you the best rate and the best product for you. We go through these various options and present them to you, and you pick the one you like. The broker then requests the bank to analyze the file and ask them for the best rate they have. And when the broker feels confident with the bank's initial commitment, they're clear to remove subjects. In the time being, the realtor has been preparing for the home inspection, so they find the best inspector available and ask them to schedule an appointment in order to make sure that the property is safe, it's up to standards, and that it's in immaculate condition. When the inspector gives a green light, that condition is also satisfied. At this stage is the subject removal process, a very important date because this is the place where the deposit for the buyers is non-refundable. Now, the broker and the bank have been going back and forth until the bank is finally satisfied. One of the main conditions often requested by the bank is an appraisal. The appraiser will go to the subject property and evaluate it based on current market value and compare it with properties sold recently to get fair value for the property. The bank does this in order to make sure that the mortgage is secured against a good asset. When they're fully satisfied, they give us the final approval. Often 2 weeks prior to the completion date, which is the date that the property is transferred, the notary or lawyer fully get involved. The bank instructs the file to the notary or lawyer and they deal with all the legal matters involved. For example, they will transfer the title of the property from the seller to the buyer, register the new mortgage, and pay out any existing parties that need to be paid in order to process the deal. At this stage, the realtor will be paid. Also, the property transfer taxes will be paid. At completion, you have completed all legal matters, and at possession, which is often the next day, you get the keys to your beautiful new home. Within the next couple of weeks, the broker is automatically paid a finder's commission from the bank. Now that should be all. The transaction is very complicated, but hopefully this has made it much more clear to you and how this transaction overall takes place. If you have any questions at any time, don't hesitate. Just feel free to reach out, and as always, I'll see you guys soon.